What is going on, guys? As usual, I will be setting up my laptop to make sure that I am in sync here. So glad you guys are making use of those emojis. Okay, here we go. Got to make sure and adjust this real quick because that is definitely in the way. But there we go. Okay, the camera view is looking good tonight. No weird stuff. Um, so anybody who is watching in the future and you're watching this live stream, and some people like to watch these live streams and actually open up the chat. I don't know if some people didn't know or don't know that you can do that. If you're watching in the future, you actually can open up the chat and see people, and what they posted, what the actual chat was outside of the comment section for these live stream videos. And you're probably seeing that some of these people are spamming the absolute crap out of my MC logo and my helmet logo, my Visage logo, and the Excalibur sword and all that stuff. Those are the channel membership perks. Those are essentially members of my channel who have opted for the badge, which is a little helmet beside their name that changes colors over time. And then also they gain access to these special emojis that are being used in the chat. So if anybody is interested in gaining access to that same stuff, write down in the description of this video, like I always say, hey, what's up? Welcome, Knights of the Round. Yeah, that's what the membership is called, Knights of the Round. So if you want to join that, it's $1.99 a month, and you get the color changing badges, associated with time. So 3 months, the badge changes to green. Or I'm sorry, 1 month it changes to green. 3 months it changes to purple. 6 months changes to red, and a year it'll change to gold. You can open the description and click on join my channel or become a member of my channel, and it'll take you right to that page. There we go. The self-promotion part of the live stream is done. I'm so glad so many people decided, hey, what's up, Spirited Whiskey? Hey, awesome. So does it wait? So are these new members? Spirited, did you just now join? I'm just curious. I don't know how this works, like with the live stream. Does it do you guys have the option to post like that? I'm curious about this green bar that's popping up saying, welcome to Knights of the Round. I can't tell if that means that you just joined or not. Randy F says, hey, MC just stopped in for a minute. Slicey threw down the gauntlet on the hinders. Hey, that's fine. No problem. You wanted the emojis. Yeah, the emojis are a cool part of it, right? There will be more, by the way. So those are the first 4. The more members that I get, the more slots that open up for unique emojis. So those are the first 4. I have one more slot to create one more, and I will, and that'll be available to you members soon. And then in the future, as there are more members joining in, I will create more that are going to be really fun for you guys. Damon50530 says, one topic you could discuss is pocket clips on folders and how they can sway you from carrying them for EDC. Too tight or too loose? I think you may lose the blade. That's actually a really good idea. So I did a video a while back. Zell, once again, being a super awesome friend and viewer. Very better green bar. Super awesome friend and viewer donating $5. Thank you so much. Super chat is up, everybody. And you are welcome to use that if you'd like. It comes with weird little dancing pairs that I don't completely understand. But there you go. Zell, thank you so much. But yes, as far as the pocket clip thing goes, I did a video a while back on my top 10 favorite pocket clips, and I didn't really discuss that. But that is definitely something that should be discussed more thoroughly on the channel. Absolutely. Mondak Living says, hey, Metal Complex, how are you, brother? I'm doing great. Thank you so much. Look at all these. Look at all the swords. Hey, so by the way, the Excalibur emoji is a placeholder. That's a very simple animated sword while we finish up a much better version of it. So I just wanted you guys to be able to have a sword. So I made that one real quick. But we'll have cooler stuff in the future. I love the emojis. I think that's so fun. Let's see here. Strider pocket clips are the best. I would have to disagree with you on that. I'd have to say On the PT, it doesn't bother me as much, but on these bigger guys, oh, I'm not the biggest fan of the Strider Park. But I love the Strider SNG, SMF, and PT, and I love the auto versions. Absolutely. Yeah, I've been thinking about that, Shaker. I've been trying to figure out exactly how to make a rainbow lady emoji. I'm working on that. We'll see. Uh, let's see. Yeah, hit that thumbs up button. Thank you so much, people liking the live stream. That's always a good time. I appreciate so many people popping in so early. This is going to be a fun one. As you guys can see here, we have some stuff that you have not seen on the channel yet. I wanted to reward the people who come into the live stream, and I guess anybody who watches this in the future, with some sneak peeks. So I'm going to be talking about a few of these, but not in crazy detail, because number one, I haven't really, I kind of have to experience a knife a lot, like play around with it, carry it a little bit before I do a review. So a lot of these have just been, opened up and looked at, and the unboxings have been recorded. So let's see here. Yeah, the Heck 8, yeah, right here. Yeah, this is a weird one for sure. Wild knife, but extremely well made. I can say that. I've got a couple of things I'm still thinking about, on this knife. Interesting that it's got a little glass breaker on it, but a cool looking knife and a big knife for sure. I mean, put it up against the 0920. See what I mean there? A big boy. Big knife. Same length, looks like. Big knife. Yeah, Rainbow's gone. Jeff has the Rainbow Lady. He won the Rainbow Lady. So, I want to take this opportunity in the live stream. Oh yeah, Shaker, I love the LL07. This guy right here. Hold on, I wrote it down. Heracus Blomerus Custom LL07. Oh boy, this one here's a dandy for sure. Oh man, this is a sweet blade. I'm trying to be real careful with that one. Okay, so hello everybody. Hello. The EDC Ginger, hello. Okay guys, so the ProTech's awesome. This guy, so great. Okay, so I want to take this opportunity. There's enough people in here to where I want to announce to you guys the next Quest series. I've had people ask, like, are you going to do another Quest series? Scott Simmons, hey, what's up, man? But I've had people ask, like, when are you going to do another Quest series, and what is it going to be? So, what's up, Andrew Toole? Andrew Toole were you the first one in the members group? I can't remember who was the exact. I know because it's recorded. It's actually in the video, so I can always go back and check if I forget. But I think he was the very first one. But anyways, everybody, or not everybody, people ask me, like, hey, when are you going to do another Quest series, like Quest for the Perfect, and then fill in the blank? So in honor of, I don't have a dedicated unboxing knife right now, right? So I was thinking about this. Why not turn that idea into a Quest series, the Quest for the Perfect unboxing knife, and let you guys interact in a way where you can suggest, and in some cases, and I'll give more detail, you guys can actually send the knives that you want to. Now, I mean, I guess I got to be careful about how I say this. I'm going to try and structure a way for people to actually elect certain knives to be a part of this Quest series without creating a situation where because I don't want to be asking people to send or donate really expensive knives as an unboxing knife. Now, I want it to be fun, and then find a way to turn the ones that don't win into a giveaway that benefits the entire community. So that is the rough draft of the idea. It will come full. It will be illuminated in much more detail. The sharp corners of that will be rounded down in an upload where I explain that. But if you guys are on board in a Quest for the Perfect unboxing knife series that would span basically 10 episodes, where we're kind of serious and at the same time kind of being sarcastic and humorous, then I will definitely do that. So yeah, I know everybody wants the Dolica. Oh, I gotta have that out here because of Kiefer's request. So we'll put the Dolica in there. Espada XL. Yeah, I've had more requests for the Espada XL as the unboxing knife. It'll do it, but I mean, how awkward. I don't know. I guess if I make it a voting system and you guys actually voted for that, then I would have to do that, right? So yeah, we'll just see what happens. Um, yeah, Andrew Toole, officially for the first member, you will all bow to me. Yeah, Andrew Toole was the very first member. Yeah, the little yeah, so Spirited sent me a video and he's like, dude, the Strider PT is so legit. And I was like, I actually had a member that sent me the exact same one. So we both have these little full titanium Strider PTs right now. This is awesome. Very expensive and very hard to find right now, but they are super cool. And you can get a full grip on it because of that forward choil. I love that thing. Hey, Slicey Dicey. Wait, Slicey, did you join my? Hey, thanks, man, for joining my membership deal. I appreciate that. Thanks. I popped into his live stream for a little bit, but my kids were screaming, and they had to go to bed, and I was just like, God dang, I just want to sit here and watch knife stuff, but I have to, gotta be a parent. Zell, how much to officially make the OKC Raider Bowie the new unboxing knife? Oh, you can't. I appreciate the donation, but you can't buy my preference on the unboxing knife, though that would be pretty epic. Absolutely. Thank you so much, Zell. I appreciate that. Warm fuzzies. Sending warm fuzzies my way, sending validation my way, because after all, I am a guy who's sitting in his basement live streaming a tabletop with folding knives everywhere. How weird is that, right? Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Justin the Hunter making good use of the exclusive emojis. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yeah. So people thought it was weird that I jumped into Slicey's live stream, and now you guys think it's weird that Slicey's in mine. We communicate pretty regularly on Instagram. I think it's beneficial to trade information and share thoughts and things on this YouTube world and this knife world. So we do that often. How come nobody has asked any questions about the little green XM? I'm really surprised nobody's curious about that. So MC, tell us, general analysis, Strider's living up to the hype for you. Yeah, they are. They really are. Here's the thing. I don't want to ruin any reviews, but Strider always seemed like such a bizarre, clunky, just like, what's a good way to describe this? Strider seems like the guy at the gym who is definitely juicing, and he always wears a bright tank top, and he's always like, yeah, bro, I just really, it's all about the pull-ups. You got to do pull-ups. Pull-ups every day. Pull-ups, pull-ups, pull-ups. Don't do legs. Legs are a waste of time. That's kind of what Strider seemed like to me. But I'll tell you what, after handling it and playing with it, I really, really like Strider knives. The only thing that I don't like is the pocket clip and the placement of it. But I will admit I do like how it looks. Does that make sense? What is Jim? Sometimes I tell myself that life would be easier if I just didn't. I'd have so much more time if I just didn't ever go. As a dude, bro. Yeah, no, but that's what it seemed like to me. It's just like it was like the try hard, the try hard, all arms, no leg day kind of guy. Let's see here. Rusty Swing, that would have the ladies in the office calling 911. The CrossFit of knives. Hey, I used to come down on CrossFit. I'll tell you what, I used to. Because I am what a lot of people would consider a gym bro. Like you laugh and I'm cracking jokes, but if you saw me, you'd be like, this guy's a knuckle dragging gym bro for sure, right? My wife joined CrossFit and she's had 2 children and she looks incredible. So I no longer scoff at CrossFit. I think it's like anything. Any extreme level of fitness, essentially if you are working really hard, then your body's going to respond to it, you know. But I think I shied away from it because it was different than what I came to understand about fitness. The same way that, you know, I think about folding knives. I'm like, well, if it's different than everything that I know and what I understand, then I'm going to immediately oppose it. So yeah, I don't know. Willie to Guns, Jim Bro. Hey, what's up, fellow Jim Bro? Let's see. I don't see a single knife I would carry. That's too bad. What knives do you like to carry? And that's okay. You don't have to like things that are on the table here. Let's see here. Alexander S. I've always thought Strider was the Harley Davidson folding knives. That's probably a better way to describe that. Let's see. Slice this true. I never stopped talking about MTBs when I was racing. I don't know what MTBs are, but I'm going to assume because I know you're into that and you know a lot more than me. So I'm going to assume that that's a thing that I just don't understand. Andrew Toole, looking forward to finally handling a Strider at Blade Show. This, man, I'll tell you what, it's bizarre. It doesn't matter, I mean, whether you're looking at like the Pro Tech versions, but like all of a sudden it's like, oh, the ergos. All of a sudden the body lines make sense because you're like, oh, this is all purpose, right? I mean, like it has that look, but the ergonomic lines are 100% purpose. And I know people are like, but you get such a short cutting edge, you know, versus the handle. That doesn't bother me so much. It would bother me if there was an enormous amount of the handle sticking out at the end. Like, for example, on the Spyderco PM2. Like, when I choke up on this guy, look at this. This donk hanging out of the end. That's crazy. But on the Strider, it's like that without the extra butt. Oh, yeah. Somebody asked me to open up the Medford. You guys want to see this? This is a full-size Marauder. Full-size, brand new 2019 Marauder in 3V. PVD coated, and we've got sculpted titanium handles, bronze, purple, and blue. Absolutely beautiful. New 6-shooter hardware, new bowed pocket clip, new handle hardware too, versus the older ones. And then the blade is also serialized. I miss this. This was one of my most regretted sales. I used to have a 2016 Tanto Vulcan 3V Marauder, and I sold it. Blade stock thickness is 0.26. Oh my God. Okay, so here it is up against an XM-18. Look at the difference in blade stock thickness. Oh my God. I love Medfords. I love them. They're so cool. I don't care what anybody says. I think Medfords are awesome. And by the way, my very favorite episode of Nick Shabazz is when he reviews the Marauder as the uppity art critic. That was the funniest. That was the single funniest Nick Shabazz episode I've ever seen. If you've never seen that, you need to go watch Nick Shabazz review the Marauder. Oh my God, so funny. I cannot believe he made it all the way through that without. I couldn't imagine how many takes there were. Show the Green XM. All right. This was sent by a viewer. This is a DLT Trading exclusive Tri-Way 3-inch slicer, no-choil slicer with green ano. I believe there are very few of these that were made. A couple of purple ones, a couple of green ones. This thing is sick. It is my very first time handling a 3-inch XM, and I gotta say, it's pretty cool. I really wish they do a non-flipper with the choil, because that'd make way more sense. I mean, here, using the PT as an example, you can have a little knife that you can get a whole grip on if you want to, right? Because the PT and the Strider, the PT and the 3-inch XM-18 are very similar in size, even though the PT is actually a little bit smaller. So yeah. DSK Tactical, I've never handled one, but I would love to handle a kickstand. Absolutely. I got to take a drink here, guys. Half track over the XM-18 3-inch. Yeah, I'd say so. You know what's, I'm always like, I have to have a full hand position on my knives to be able to enjoy them, and I definitely can't get it on the half track, but for whatever reason, the half track is just exempt from that rule in my book. I just love the freaking half track. It's awesome. Yeah, that was a big drink. Not even gonna hide that. I have to because we get to talking here. You can buy tickets at the door, but I forget how much they were. For what? Uh, let's see. God, look at all these. I love that so many of you guys joined my membership. I could not believe how many members there were. The last time I looked, there's like 60 some of you. I expected like 10 to 15 people to join, and there's 60. At the last I looked, there was 60 something. I am so excited that you guys took to that membership thing. And in the future I can do different tiers, but I just thought like, man, like, will people even care about this? But it's so cool seeing that. So thank you so much for doing that. Zell, WTF, man. Excuse me. The more I give tonight, the less I have to give to my church tomorrow, right? Is that how it works? Not sure. Oh, well, it's just money. It is not how that works because I am not God, and I would guess that God is going to be pissed at you. No, I'm just kidding. But I appreciate that, Zell. That's really, really nice of you. You don't have to give me any more money because you do this every time on the live stream. That's plenty. Thank you very much. I've got a Zelle fund, and I'm going to return it in the form of a knife, probably. Blade Show, yeah, Blade Show's in Atlanta. Michael Gaglione, I'm sorry if I mispronounced your last name. So, whoops, hold on, let me scroll back down. Where did your comment go? I lost it. Oh no, Michael Gaglione, I'm so sorry. I have no idea where your comment is. Commented again. It started off as so am I blind or something. Anyways. Yeah, Shaker does. Shaker's the only person in my celestial tier on Patreon, and I created that tier because I was like, there are really people joining my max tier. Okay, I guess I'll make one higher, and then Shaker immediately joined it. So yeah, Shaker officially is probably I think Shaker has the record for the biggest, like the largest donation by quite a long shot. So Shaker, thank you so much for being such an amazing supporter of the channel. I will never ever forget that. And it's people like Shaker and everybody else who has donated in any way, shape, or form. It's largely due to you guys that I was able to grow this channel to what it is. So thank you. Gotta run. Wife is on the way home, and I should talk to her and stuff. Yeah, I agree, Slicey. I only have an hour to do the live streams because my wife comes back from the wedding that we were at afterwards, so I don't blame you. We'll see you later. Thanks for stopping in, buddy. Let's see here. Oh boy, hey guys. You guys are going to have to give me 1 second. I can hear my son repeatedly saying daddy upstairs. So give me 1 second. I will be right back. Talk amongst yourselves. I promise it won't be more than a couple minutes. I will be right back. So sorry. Okay, guys. One of two inevitable interruptions tonight. There will be another one shortly because of what's going on. So I have just a couple of minutes here, then I got to go back upstairs, finish that up, and then I will come back here. But thank you for not leaving, those of you who did not leave. I appreciate you guys being able to have a conversation amongst yourselves. Trucking for Knives. Thanks for all your awesome videos. I am a trucker, and it keeps me rolling just listening to videos. Keep them coming. Hey, awesome, man. Thank you so much. I love that people do that with my videos. That is seriously a huge motivating factor for me putting out content every day because I love that people tune into it. Thank you. I appreciate that. Pocket Tank, WTF. Way too generous. Y'all know what time it is. Okay, thank you. That's so nice. I am always blown away when people do that, and it's usually Pocket Tank who's donating that much. You do not have to do that. I say that every single time. Seriously, thank you. Please, you do not have to. Like Pocket Tank, you literally never have to donate again. You have donated so much. Thank you so much for your generosity. If you have not checked out Pocket Tank's channel, excuse me, please do. Please go check out Pocket Tank. Leave my live stream. Go check out Pocket Tank's channel, subscribe to it, and then come back. I promise I'll still be here. Speaking of that, though, I do have to run back upstairs and take care of that situation. So please talk amongst yourselves. I'll be gone for a maximum of 3 minutes. Okay. Okay, I'm back. Good Lord. That was very ill timed. Wow, it is an absolute miracle that you guys hung out in here. I really here's what I love. The fact that there are still people in here tells me that my viewers, it's the same people who are coming back to these live streams every time I do them, and you guys all know each other and get along with each other. That's really, really cool. I appreciate that. I need to, Shaker suggested this a while back. I need to set up a Discord for patrons and just people who want to trade knives with each other. Zell, thank you so much. Pocket Tank is better than Lynn Thompson. That's saying something from Zell because Zell idolizes Lynn Thompson. Thanks, Zell. You don't need to donate anymore. Thank you so much for donating. You sat through the water pipe noises and everything. Yeah, it was. My son woke up and needed my help, so I had to go help him. Spirit of Whiskey, yes, MC, a buy-sell trade forum for your peeps would be smart. Yeah, I think I am going to work on that for you guys. I would like now if I do it, I have to find a way to make sure that you guys are all liable for your own stuff. So I got to figure out what all is involved with that, because I don't want people getting upset with each other or upset with me. So we'll have to figure that out. Trucking for Knives, Shaker MT, Louisiana, just chilling. Oh yeah, you guys are both truckers. That's cool. Justin Hunter, yes, I have a couple that I would like to try to sell. Yeah, I'd like to do that. I think there are some pretty. I mean, obviously, a lot of you who have sent knives to me, and then I've sent them back. I mean, I can vouch for you guys. So I think there's a lot of really cool, trustworthy people in my viewership. So yeah, it would be really cool to open that up to you guys. I can't promise that's going to happen anytime soon, but I will look into it. Let's see here. The Para 3 G10 version is too much handle for too much blade. I'll tell you what, I gotta say, this is probably my most carried EDC. The only thing that I did not like about it was the pocket clip. I love the amount of handle. I love it. I cannot tell you how much I consider that to be a benefit on this knife, but I did not like that pocket clip. I love the Para 3 though. I love it head and shoulders above the PM2. I dare say that the Para 3 is my second favorite Spyderco knife of all time, coming in a very close second to the Spyderco Shaman. Absolutely. Let's see here. Yeah, it's the rough G10. Is the Troodon a keeper? Yeah, I'm never getting rid of the Combat Troodon. Now, after losing my first one and then finally getting one in the Hellhound blade in CTS 204P, especially considering what this cost me, I will never, ever get rid of that guy. I love it, and I will start carrying it. Hey, the dancing pear thing. Kyle Terrell, $10. Thank you so much. And he's my #1 fan. Did you guys know that? #1 fan, Kyle Terrell. I hope I'm pronouncing your last name correctly. Thank you so much for the donation. I really appreciate that. And like I always say, it's very, validating, and it makes me feel good about what I'm doing, which is talking to a bunch of people about knives. Justin says, what do you think of the pocket clip on the PMP Revenge? It's not bad. But I mean, like, it's not the best pocket clip in the world, but it certainly does do the job, and it goes with the knife, so we're carrying about right here, something like that. Not a lot sticking out, but it goes with the knife and it does its job. It's okay. By the way, we're at 86 patrons. Anybody who would, like to become a patron and at the same time help me get to the goal of 90 patrons. The moment that I hit 90 patrons, we'll be opening up the free-to-enter giveaway for this PMP Revenge. This, of course, was donated originally to the channel by Shaker MT. So thank you, Shaker, for doing that. But yeah, everybody will have an opportunity to win this knife the moment I hit 90 patrons. So if you want to join my Patreon, you can join for as little as $1, and you gain access to the once-a-week exclusive content. So there you go. More self-promotion. Shut up, MC. Right? Sorry about that. But yeah, that's the thing that's happening right now. I always try to have stuff going on that benefits the channel and benefits the community who watches this channel. Let's see here. What is the name of the little knife at the very top center? This is a Carver Custom. I don't know the exact name of it. It was something that was given to my wife as a gift from my good buddy Jeff Goodnow. And this is Mokume on the front, and we've got orange peel titanium on the back and a Timascus clip with an M390 hand satin finished blade. This is a sick little flipper. It does flip. You really have to give it a good light switch, but it's awesome. I love this thing. You can check him out at Carver Custom Knives on Instagram. He makes some really cool micro luxury folding knives. Shaker says, MC, did you see that comment about the other Zeba? No, I didn't. What was it? What was the deal? Yeah, Danny T. I actually started to feel that I mean, like, not that I was actually still in the show, but I realized I was like, I came in to say hi and I kind of hijacked the moment of it. So that was part of the reason that I left, because that's his thing. And I like to pop in and support him, but I also don't want to like pull things from other people's live streams. So that's part of the reason that I had, that, and I had like, obligations as a parent. Let's see. You have to do a long-term quest series, how to build the ultimate budget slash Excalibur with bi-weekly or monthly updates on progress and steps you've had to take, or who you've met with the industry. That is an excellent idea. As soon as step one of that is complete, something that you and I have specifically been talking about, that is a fantastic idea. I love that, and I would love to turn that into a series. I think people would really like that. Um, oh, wait, the one I sent you the link for. Oh God, the one with the dragon skin Damascus. Is that what you're talking about? Because that just about melted me. Absolutely. The dude says, got myself a ZT-0562 Ti, and I'm thinking of darkening the titanium on it for aesthetic purposes. Is this a bad idea since one has to overheat the titanium to get it blackened? I think people really worry about how titanium can change. I mean, like how the lock bar tension can change with heat. And the truth is that if you apply too much heat to it, technically it can change in a way that's not beneficial for the knife. However, no, I don't think that, doing your own light custom job on a titanium frame lock is going to mess with anything. I think if you want to customize a knife, the ZT-0562 Ti is one of the best blank canvases out there because it's two pieces of flat, tumbled titanium. It's begging for a custom job, right? Those custom ones that you can get from USA Made Blade where they do the Anomascus, they do all these different cool custom patterns and stuff. I mean, I get it. That knife was begging for customization. So yeah, I'd say go ahead. Just be careful. Make sure that you're not overdoing it and you're not, going scorched earth on it, and you should be okay. Let's see here. Can't you chemically treat the knife to get the same color? Yeah, I mean, it depends on what color he's going for. I'm not a professional, though, so don't ask me. Anyone found an alternative pocket clip for the Hogue Deca? I've never handled the Deca. I would help, but I've never handled it. Show us the Thorburn. What's the Thorburn? What do you mean? This? That's if I don't know what you're referring to, Spirited. Tell me which knife you're referring to, because I don't think I've got a Thorburn up here, unless I'm an idiot. What's the thickness behind the edge difference between the full-size XM-18 slicer and the skinny slicer? I don't know, but I can tell you on the spine it's 165 thousandths versus 145 thousandths on the skinny one. Let's see here. Oh, the LL7. This guy right here. The LL07. Oh. This is one sweet baby. Near mirrored flats. Perfection on the satin finish on the bevel down to the cutting edge. Oh my God. That hand rub satin, those horizontal lines, and the the Damascus or Damasteel bolsters on this thing. Insane. Absolutely insane. He made the LL7. I didn't know that. That's cool. That's good to know because I had never heard of the Hericus Blomerus before. Let's see here. What's your thought on the Tanto PM2? Think they'll do that treatment to the Para 3? I kind of think it's cool to refresh the PM2. I think it's a good idea to refresh it. And also, the Tanto is going to be a stronger blade shape. So for all those people who complain about, I mean, understandably, the PM2 having a super delicate tip, that Tanto is going to be a little bit stronger. And a lot of people like the Tanto, and it's a good utilitarian blade shape. So I think it's cool. It's good to refresh a long-time, very popular knife in the knife community. And yes, I absolutely think they'll do a little stubby Tanto for the Spyderco Para 3. That was a good question. I like answering stuff like that. Did you lose a bet to put the Dalek on the live stream? No, but I just feel obligated because Kiefer makes me feel so guilty for treating it like dirt, So man, look at that. Everybody, make sure you let it be known far and wide that Metal Complex knows how to, as I'm failing, reverse flick the Daleka, right? Of course, it comes pre-equipped with the Trivial backlock, a new backlocking system that's interesting in that it is trivial. What I mean by that is it's locked out right now, right? Oh, so wonderful. I'm questioning whether or not the blade is even real metal. Let's see. How could you slice anything with that thumb stud? Yeah, I don't know. It's first off, what stops it from slicing is the fact that it's not sharp. Like, not at all. Seriously, guys, don't cringe. I promise you, I'm not like trying to be cool. This blade is not sharp. Not at all. It is completely and totally dull. I mean, I could push as hard as I wanted to on that blade, and it is not going to cut me. It came brand new like that. The thumb stud is sharper than that blade. Yeah, that's the case. What's the knife under the Microtech? This one right here. I'm glad you asked. This is a knife that I had never heard of. It's by Oz Machine Company, and it's called the Roosevelt. And oh, baby, is that a sick setup ergonomically? Look at this, guys. Look at this right here. Oh, yes, full flat ground blade, nice frame lock, nearly drop shut action. We have a perfect thumb opening hole, and amazing for the reverse flick. Like, absolutely perfect for the reverse flick. It's wonderful. And check out that pocket clip. Oh, it's like green Timascus. So cool. I love this knife. I'd never heard about it, and it was sent to me by a viewer who sent a bunch of other stuff. So that's a sweet knife for sure. Yeah, I mean that seriously, Rusty. It's a sweet, like, it's a perfect EDC setup. Nice thin titanium, nice thin stock, amazing grind. I mean, nice tall grind. Great for like minor food prep, stuff like that. It's truly excellent. Like, this is a sweet knife. I love it. Zell, what are you doing, bro? Legends have it that Lynn Thompson is currently at an Oklahoma Walmart ready to commence in hand-to-hand combat with anyone who accepts the challenge. Why would there be why would that be like, oh my gosh, the imagery associated with that has me dying. Thank you so much for making me laugh, and thank you so much for donating. Please stop donating, Zell. You don't have to anymore. Thank you so much. Christopher Clayton, when are you going to give your kids their first knife? And when that happens, what knife do you think you will give them? I don't know. That's a good question. I got my first pocket knife when I was 9 and then had it promptly taken away from me and not given back until I was 11. So I would imagine, I mean, I've introduced my kids to pocket knives, but I probably won't give them one until they're at least 9. And I haven't decided whether or not I want to start them with a slip joint or a single locking blade. I think it depends on the experience I have with them up until that point. Good question. That was fun to answer. Let's see here. Rusty Swing. I lost every knife I had as a kid. Me too, except for one. My very first pocket knife. All the other ones I lost. Excuse me. Madison Jones. Thoughts on the new ZT 0308? Been thinking about getting one, but can't find any good videos on it. Fear not, because I have one on the way from Mr. Scott Whittington from USA Made Blade. I requested it the moment I saw that he got some stock, so I'll make a video for you guys. Let's see here. Kyle Roberts can give them Dolichus now because you can't cut yourself on them. Mr. Cortez, thanks so much. Tucson knives are amazing. I hope you get more. Hey, I can guarantee you, first off, thanks for the donation. That is super duper cool. I appreciate that. You can bet that there will be more Tucsons on this channel. I had such a fun time going through and adding. So you guys know I don't know if you guys know this. I don't know if you guys have heard me say this before, but I have an Amazon store, and you can find it down in the description. I don't know if you've ever heard me say that. It's the very first link in the description of like the video you're watching right now. It takes you to the Amazon store, and I created a Tucson store, and I had so much fun going through and adding knives that looked interesting. I can tell you right now, there's a couple that I'm probably just gonna buy for myself, but I'm gonna the next time that I do a community request for the next knives I want to review, there are gonna be some Tucsons on that list. So absolutely, I think Tucsons are awesome. And I'm sold on them, guys. I mean, for the money, it's insane. It's insane. They're making the least expensive titanium and M390 frame locks on the market, as well as the least expensive titanium and D2 frame locks on the market in terms of really good fit and finish. And then their G10 and D2 stuff is on par in terms of competitive pricing with CJRB, who's a known leader in the industry. So holy schmacoles. Let's see here. Christopher Clayton, hey MC, can I enter the giveaway even though I'm only 12 with parents' permission? Your parents can. They can log on to YouTube and they can leave a comment and that'll count for them. It's very easy to do. It'll take them about 30 seconds. So there you go. Nathaniel Mortimer, what are some more obscure locking mechanisms that you like? Obscure locking mechanisms. So my favorite one is the one that CRKT came out with. It's, what is it called? Is it called the deadlock? Where it's the big, it looks like the pivot and it's a button and you push it in and it's got like the swinging. So they essentially tackled the fidget factor thing that comes with a button lock, like a non-automatic button lock, not a plunge lock that releases a blade like on an automatic, but the button, it's like a big button and it's got an incredible amount of strength because of all the pins. Yeah, the deadlock. Andrew Toole, thank you. Lighting up the post with my... That does work. For anybody who's wondering, I created that. I'll finish answering the question, but the emojis, the reason I created them was to let my members get my attention when they needed it. And it depends on whether or not I'm looking at the computer screen, but when I am looking, it does work to see my logo repeatedly being used. So there you go. Anybody who wants to become a member, there's a link right down in the description. Anyways, deadlock is a fantastic locking system, and it tackles fidget factor and strength because you'd have to shear those pins holding everything in place in order to get that lock to fail. And look at all the spams of my logo. And you will definitely damage the blade or frame of the knife before you break that lock, which makes it a good lock in my opinion. So that's one that I'm interested in. Everybody is spamming the emojis. Yeah. Crossman the Smith Protec button locks are amazing. Cambrius, I don't get enough love. Yeah, I agree. That's a great knife, and I love manual button locks. I love the Protec Mordax with the button lock that was non-automatic, or the drop Mordax, or whatever you want to call that. It's awesome. The Smock, yeah, for sure, the Smock, but I'm not a fan. It's tucked away. That's too bad. I really like the Smock. I don't like carbon fiber laminate, but I definitely did like the Smock. That's a little bit of a different system because it's technically a button-operated compression lock, but it still feels exactly the same. Anything you're hoping to get at Blade Show? Dude, I don't know. That is such a good question. The very first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go over and meet Jim Skelton because that guy has taken the time to talk with me and he's been so cool and he doesn't have to entertain a lowly channel or a lowly person such as myself, but he does. And I reviewed one of his knives and I was very interested in it. And he was just super cool. And I want to go talk with him and I want to get some footage of, his stuff. And I got into this world being entertained by Jim Skelton, and he's a unique figure in the industry. And so I think that's where I'm going to go first. But after that, I don't know. I can tell you this. My wife and I are both going, and we both plan to buy at least one knife. So we might make that a surprise. Excuse me, taking a good long college drink there. MC, you're such a cool guy. Hey, thanks, man. You're a cool guy too, Justin the Hunter. Carlos Medina, metal, please help. Which one should I buy? PM2 or Manix 2? If you're more fidgety, the PM2, because the compression lock is very fidget friendly. If you're going for user dependability and overall ergonomics, Manix 2. Manix 2 is a little bit tougher in my opinion. And I personally enjoy the Manix 2 over the PM2, even though I still have my PM2 and I sold my Manix 2, but that's my honest answer to that. Though you could buy a Shaman and solve the problem. The Shaman is essentially all the good parts of the Manix 2 and all the good parts of the PM2 mixed together. But it costs more money. So, yeah. Andrew Toole, I'm looking forward to handling some knives more than anything. Arias, Spectre, Norseman, Chavez, anything else catch my eye. You've got a great list there. Arias, Spectre, Norseman, and Chavez, like 229, I'm guessing. That's a fantastic list. You'll gain a lot of perspective from handling those knives because those are some of the big like industry leaders as far as high-end production or foggy mid-tech line right now. Zell Beaverly with another another donation. MC doesn't like it when I donate to the channel, but this guy is killing it, and I want to help support his hobby. keep up the good work, man. Hey, I do appreciate that, Zell. I just feel bad that you're giving me your money because then, like on Monday, we have to go see each other in the gym, and I have to be like, "Hey, thanks." No, I'm kidding. I do appreciate that, guys. Zell is creating something with for the channel with his bare hands. He's building it out of wood and tools like a man. So I appreciate that, and I say that because even though I do some home projects and I do some, home improvement and stuff like that, I can't do what Zell does. Zell is on a level beyond me, and so that's why I say that. The dude's for real, and you guys are really going to enjoy what he's making because it's something you can all interact with. Andrew Toole, all I see when Zell donates is Bieber. Yeah, you see the first parts, the first two syllables in his last name. There's a huge difference between Zell and Justin Bieber, though. Most of it is physical mass. There's exactly three and a quarter Justin Biebers that, in terms of like overall mass to equivalent to Zell and strength. Zell is essentially 3.5 times stronger than Justin Bieber. I would assume. Let's see here. AJ Awesome. Hey, Metal Complex, since you already have your Excalibur, are you always looking for replacements? Do you put it on ice until the XM-18 doesn't take your fancy anymore? Good question. I think what you're asking is like, do I live in a perpetual state of like not settling? And yes, that's very true. I own this because I feel obligated to, because I need to have a knife that I consider to be perfect above everything else that I have handled. And that is the way that I feel about this right now. Even though technically the most perfect XM-18 that I think I've ever owned was the 3.5-inch slicer. But I just really, really wanted that spear point. But it's essentially, it's Steward to the Throne. Like what's his name in the third Lord of the Rings? Steward to the Throne. The Fullard Spear. But yes, I am constantly on the lookout for Excalibur. And I'm telling you, as soon as Flytanium decides to make titanium scales for the Shaman, I will crown that Excalibur, even though it's technically a custom build. I want that so bad. Why is that not a thing? Why has Flytanium not done that? Please do that, Flytanium. Let's see here. What is going on in the comment section? Textured titanium shaman. Yes, Andrew Toole. Yes, please. Oh my God. I will send those scales off to be textured. And I've already talked with somebody about it. I'm like, listen, I don't know if Flytanium's going to do this, but if they do, will you guys texture them? And they're like, no problem. So yeah, that will happen. That will be a thing. I promise you. And then I will try to send a shockwave of that build across the internet because it needs to be a thing. Let's see. Dylan Yonker, my favorite knife is the Benchmade 943. You know what's funny? I have never handled the 943. It's essentially a pointier, it's like a clip point or modified clip point version of the 940. So I probably should. Bros04008, thank you so much for the donation. That's awesome. Very nice of you. Dream Steel in the Shaman MC. Ooh, good question. Hang on, let me think about that. So here's the thing. By default, I cannot help that part of my brain that has been sold on 20CV just being something that I want, even in a geometry like this knife or M390, right, where it doesn't really make sense. So as a standard default, I'm going to say 20 CV or M390, but functionally, it's a toss-up between Crewwear S35VN and CPM 154. But I think if I could have if someone was like, you can have whatever you want as the blade steel on your ultimate shaman. And I don't know if this is cheating, but I'd take Damasteel because Damasteel is RWL 34 and then some weird nickel-based alloy, and the end result is essentially the same thing as CPM 154. So I get that exotic cool factor, right? That's, in my opinion, makes me feel better than having M390, but I get that workhorse, like awesome all-around user steel factor like on CPM 154. So that's probably what I'd have on there. Is Damasteel's like proprietary, like their actual Damasteel. I don't know much about Rex 45. Justin Hunter said S35VN or XHP. That's tough because XHP has better edge retention and is more stainless, I think, but is not quite as tough and definitely not as easy to sharpen. I would say for a user steel, it's very, very close, but I think I might prefer S35VN over XHP. But XHP definitely is one of my favorite steels of all time. Let's see here. Ziba +1. People are saying they approve. You guys approve with me? Because I've been talking and like not listening or not reading what people are saying. H1 or S30V. Isn't H1 like a supreme? That's like one of those steels that's impervious to corrosion, like what they use on the Spyderco Salt series. So I don't need that around here. I mean, if you live by the ocean, I would say H1. But for me here in Kansas, S30V, because I'd much rather have like decent stainless properties and way better edge retention. LC200N is one of those dark horse super steels because it has, according to the knife community now after substantial testing, it's very close in edge retention to S30V. I think perhaps just slightly less edge retention than S30V, but it is basically impervious to corrosion. So it has the same, corrosion resistance as H1 or very similar, and very similar edge retention to S30V, which I didn't know that was possible. But yeah, LC200N is likely the next big crazy thing. But I think Spyderco has exclusive rights to it right now. So if they do an LC200N Shaman, I probably would buy it. Oh boy. H1 Dole super fast. Go for LC200N. Yeah. There you go. Brose 04008. There you go. Said it. What knife sharpener do I use? I use a KME. I have not used it in a while, but I love that thing. As a novice sharpener, and yes, I am a novice sharpener, I can tell you that I very much appreciate the guided system from the KFE and the KME. And the KME was a great learning experience for me. It was expensive, but it was very much worth it. Justin the Hunter, thank you so much for the donation. Shaker wants Ziba Love. This guy right here. Yeah, the S7. You guys ready? Bam! That knife's in Damasteel. Did you guys know that? Woo-hoo! That is a sweet, sweet knife. Good Lord, that's beautiful. Check out the titanium lock sight on this guy. Very thin stock. You guys probably saw me unbox this here just the other day. Very, very cool. Marble carbon fiber. Ooh. Awesome EDC size. Awesome EDC size. Wonderful, wonderful knife. Absolutely. Let's see here. Sorry, people are screaming at me. Show the Ziba. Oh, it's funny. Shaker can, yeah. If the only reason I wouldn't listen to Shaker is if I didn't see his comment. Hecate Love, please. Okay, yeah, no problem. This is a weird one, but I mean, it's very well made and it's got a very performance-oriented blade. You can do it's kind of difficult, but you can do the thumb flick there, and then you can also do the reverse flick. It's just a little bit awkward because that hole is so small. Zell Bieberly, once again, donate. I can't stop you, Zell. Last one. Okay, we'll see. I need Lynn to make the I'm assuming you mean Raider boa into a folder with G10 handles and a custom engraving that says Thompson for President 2020. That's a very odd request, but I mean, if anybody was gonna do that, it'd be Cold Steel. So there you go. It's not that crazy. Absolutely. Justin the Hunter says, flip all the knives. All right, let's do it. ZT0566CF. Hinderer XM-18 3-inch, no choil slicer. Hinderer XM-18 3.5-inch Fullard spear. Strider PT. Strider SNG Auto. Collaboration between Strider and ProTech. Same thing, but in titanium. An actual production Strider. This one coming in 20 CV. I don't know if you guys can see that. This is a Medford Marauder. I have no idea. I'm gonna do a 2-finger reverse flick. I can't. I don't think I can do this, guys. No, I can't do it. We're gonna cat's paw it out. 3V Medford Marauder, full thickness. PMP Revenge. The ZT 0920. Oh my gosh, off-grid knives, Scorpion. This is one of my current favorites. I love the Scorpion, and it's built by We. We have the We knives. Oh gosh, hang on, I was trying to get through this. I'm not gonna look at the comments. I'm trying to remember this on my own. The Malice Flamed. We have the Carver Custom and Mokutai. We have, let's just tip her down there. There we go. And we have the Microtech Combat Shruidon Hellhound. We have the Oz Machine Company Roosevelt, the We Hecate, the Ziba Knives FS7, sorry. And then finally, where can we put this one? Hold on. Get this stuff out of the way here real quick so that we have a place for it. We finally have the Hericus Blommerus LL07, built by, help me out, Spirited Whiskey, if you're still in here. I'm not sure who that was. So there you go. There's all the knives flipped out. Can everybody see everything? There you go. The Dolica. What am I doing? Anyways, let's see. Scott Simmons, I've been using a Caribbean sheepsfoot. Sorry, I'm laughing because the video's a little bit bad. These two knives aren't touching, by the way. One is just slightly under. I just want to make sure you guys know. I'm very particular about knives that are not mine, touching other knives that are not mine. So that does not happen on this channel. Anyways, sorry, let me read that comment here. Where did that go? I've been using a Caribbean sheepsfoot and LC200N on my job building / repairing seawalls and docks, etc. for almost a year here in Virginia Beach, and can definitely speak to the awesome corrosion resistance. That's good, because LC200N is just, it's just legends and myths until people actually use it, you know, so that's really great. Gregory Burke, hi MC, how are you doing tonight? I'm doing great. Gregory, how are you? I appreciate you stopping in here, and thanks so much for being a part of my membership program. That's awesome. I love seeing those little helmets. It makes me so happy. Ritter Hogue, right here, just slightly off camera. Why? Because all of the knives that I use as size comparisons are always like right there, because I need them handy. Because they are always like, the reason that they are used as size comparisons is because they're knives that every single person is familiar with. Para 3, PM2, Ritter Hogue, and the Rat 1. Zell says, I have a knife that has LC200N for a blade steel. You do? What do you have? Oh, that's right. You bought yourself a Spidey Chef. I forgot about that. That's awesome. Yeah, that was the one that got, that's the one that stirred the pot. Absolutely. Sorry, I'm getting these down. I'm serious about this, guys. This off-grid Scorpion, you're going to get the review on this. This thing is awesome. This thing is awesome. I love this knife. 8.75 inches overall, titanium and carbon fiber inlays, S35VN blade, reverse tanto, and modified draw point, whatever you want to call it. I know it. But sick knife. Amazing pocket clip. Just fantastic. I love this knife. Flips like a dream. Yeah, let me get that down there. There we go. Getting everything aesthetically pleasing. There we go. Big oof. I've actually never handled a single one of your size reference knives. Oh, you should. You should. I mean, like, those are some of the most iconic, not just by my opinion, seriously, Justin. Those knives that I use as size comparisons are some of the most iconic knives in the world, in the folding knife world. I would recommend starting with the Rat. You should start with the Rat because then it'll cost you $40 and you could beat the crap out of it and you'll go, wow, the Rat's pretty cool. Hang on. Somebody else, hang on. Lindy Lou, what's up? I didn't realize you were in here. I just got a Spidey Chef too. Yeah, I didn't personally fall in love with the Spidey Chef, but at the same time, it's like, it's full titanium, it's LC200N, it's got arguably one of the best performance blade shapes out there. I mean, it is a great knife, and it's a recommendable knife. For whatever reason, I did not fall in love with it, but I can see why everybody else did, so that's cool. I enjoy the Ritter Hogue. You undersold how very good the Ritter Hogue is, MC. Really? Because I really like... Perhaps I just didn't do a good enough job about talking about how much I loved it. The Ritter Hogue is absolutely one of the best knives on the market right now. US made, M390. It's got the Able lock, which is basically an Axis lock, but just better. It just operates better. And then it's fully contoured with textured scales with a great pocket clip. I mean, this is the perfect reptilian. For $158 now. Ridiculously good knife. What time is it? Hang on. Been going for an hour here. It is 10:06. I can go for another 15 minutes, guys. Tim Moore says, I have a Spyderco magnitude that I want to throw in a volcano. Why? Why do you want to throw it in a volcano? What a weird... I'm sorry, that was so abrupt. It's just not what I was expecting to read. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, why do you want to throw it in a volcano? Enlighten us. Oh God, that was so funny. Have you ever handled the Medford TFF1? No, I have not. I think the TFF1 was one of his original designs, if I'm not mistaken, right? I'm sorry, I'm still laughing about the volcano. Yeah, I would love to handle a TFF1. Absolutely. That's the one that looks like a folding machete. Is that right? Maybe I'm wrong. Let's see here. Gregory Berg. I prefer to carry the Ritter Hogue. First off, Andrew Toole says sacrifice to the knife gods. Yeah. But Gregory Berg says, I prefer to carry the Ritter Hogue before most of my other higher priced knives. Yeah, the Ritter Hogue is just a great full-size EDC knife. Zell says, I need an XL donk. That name is amazing. Yeah, you're going to have to talk to Jeff because he has the only one that I've ever seen on the internet. I tried to find another one, and they're just not like knives that you find all over the place. But that maker sold his entire table at his debut. Like that's what I read, is that his Blade Show debut, he sold out his table. Danny T, how about up against the Benchmade Reptilian, or in this case, the Ritter Hogue t-shirt? Yeah, I need to do that. You're right. Shaker says, at John Duncan, yeah, we met up in a... Oh, yeah, that's right. Shaker and Jeff met up. That's cool. And I saw the picture. You guys look great. It was a great picture. I'm glad you guys met up. All right, here we go. The Mini Strider. This is called a Strider PT. It is essentially Strider's Hinderer 3-inch, and I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it because, number one, it's a Strider, and number two, I can get my entire hand around it despite wearing an XL glove and this being a tiny knife. You can see here, I don't have the biggest hands in the world, but I do not have small hands, right? I can absolutely get my entire hands around this PT. I love this knife. It's very, very cool. And ka-cha! You can do the reverse flick because it's got the thumb hole thingy. Excuse me. Is Kiefer in here? Kiefer. Oh no. Where is it? No, I had the Dolica out this whole time. God bless it. The Dolica was on the table, Kiefer. I swear. I swear. But somebody asked me to open up all the knives and I had to move it. So it was there, in your honor. We talked about it. He said you didn't. Oh my God. John, you bought the XL Donk. Do you have it in hand? If not, you're going to love it. If you do have it in hand, I'm sure you already do. Andrew Toole, the ability to say, that's my donk, just for the reactions would be fantastic. Kiefer unsub. How many times do you unsub to me, Kiefer? He always comes back. They always come back. No, seriously, the Dolica was out here. I promise you. I swear. Let's see here. Where should I go to buy a Strider PT and how much? Good question. They are very, very rare. I've got two real Striders on the table tonight, and that's the SNG and the PT. This guy is hard enough to get. The PTs are exceedingly rare. I don't know. The regular production Striders pop up on Monkey Edge every now and then. I've also seen PTs on Monkey Edge, but other than that, I wouldn't know. Because see, I didn't fall. Most people who got into the knife world and started buying knives in the $400 range like 5-6 years ago fell in either to Chris Reeve, Mitch Strider, or Hinderer. And I fell into Hinderer, so I didn't follow the Strider path. But Monkey Edge, I think, is probably a good place. I'm sure there's people in here who could advise you better. Excuse me. Oh, you guys are doing that thing where nobody's listening to me and you're all talking with each other. I'm kidding. I like it when people do that. It's fun. There's 90 people in here tonight. That's great because this wasn't even really a special live stream. It was just another fun live stream. Let's see. The group on Facebook are extremely okay. Yeah, Danny T. Yes to your question. Hydrating. I am. Yes at Lindy Lou. I don't know what you guys are talking about. Recoating a blade. How do? Good question. Have no idea. Keen Edge 24 on Facebook. There's a group you can get secondhand like new unbox. Yeah, truthfully, that's a good idea. The Facebook groups that are directly associated with that maker are a great way to get a hold of those. And I can tell you, because I'm a part of the Facebook group for Hinderer knives, and I've had nothing but a great experience with those. I mean, there are people who collect Hinderer knives and that don't ever use them. And you'll legitimately get, if you're looking for a Strider and somebody listed as like new in box, 99% of the time, you're actually going to get a true like new in box Strider. You're going to have to pay for it. They're expensive, but you'll get it if you're really looking for it. Spirited says, PM me on Instagram to buy my, oh yeah, there you go. Strider's got this exact, I'm not Strider. Spirited Whiskey has this exact Strider PT. And he's a great person to buy from. If he he'll tell you exactly what kind of condition it's in. So if you want this knife, this is a viewer's, it's not mine. So I have no idea if that person wants to sell it or not. But there you go. Spirited Whiskey has the exact same knife. Cool. Thanks, Spirited, for stepping up. Appreciate that. Keeper, $2. Now that I am a metal knight, am I required you don't have to do anything. You don't have to do anything you don't want to do. You can do anything you want. I mean, almost. But yeah, Kiefer, thanks so much for the donation, man. I appreciate it. Kiefer's is cool because, guys, by the way, we're almost to 100 people in here. If we break 110 tonight, that's the record for my live stream. So that's cool. Anyways, Kiefer supports a lot of different channels in the knife community. He is not just a Metal Complex night. He has done his part in supporting my channel, but he does this. I see him in other people's live streams, and he is a true knife guy. He's in a lot of different. He's involved with a lot of channels, so he's an awesome guy. Just like I'm sure a lot of you guys are. Absolutely. Lindy Lou says, are hinderers pretty large? Like, could I actually carry one and use it without feeling ridiculous? So I'll tell you this, Lindy, the 3.5 inch, excuse me there, S7, the 3.5 inch here is a pretty big knife. I'll give you an example. Here's my hand, right? I can get my entire hand around this knife without choking up. But I honestly would suggest, if you have smaller hands and you want a hinderer, this 3-inch is awesome. My wife can get her whole hand around this, but it's a lot thinner, right? So this is much lighter than this guy, and it's much thinner than this guy. And it's also, I mean, just substantially a smaller knife. So if you have smaller hands and you like how hinderers look, I would recommend the 3-inch or the half track. The half track's a little thicker, but it's also a little shorter. The 3-inch is kind of like the quintessential perfect EDC size knife for somebody that's got medium to small hands. That's what I would honestly say. This knife does not feel big or bulky, and it also has excellent flipping action, as you can see. Bam. Ooh, nice. So it's got a little bit lighter detent than the XM-18, so it's not so aggressive when you land back here. I hope that answers your question. Let's see here. I don't know. I didn't know he was doing it on and off night until he finished the YouTube. I don't know. Well, okay. I'm not sure what they're talking about there. Crossman Smith. I love my ProTech Emerson CQC7 automatic USN G9 rocks. That sounds awesome. I've never handled one. Gregory Burke, 3.5 inch hinder is only around 5 ounces. It is. The standard one is about 5.25 ounces, but that's still pretty big, universally, like considering people's universal standards or the average standards. Most people, the line is 4 ounces. That's what I found. And the person who started that, I've said this before. The person who started that was Nut and Fancy. He likes to carry under 4 ounces. Anything under 4 ounces is lightweight. Anything over 4 ounces is heavyweight. I mean, to each their own, but that's kind of where it is. So the line or the universal preference for like a knife that's like, yeah, I'll carry that, 4 ounces, right? So a hinder is heavier than that. But the 3-inch is much closer. It's like 4.25, maybe 4 ounces on the dot. I don't know. Andrew Tool says, MC has never sounded more like a car salesman than when he just flipped that 3-inch. Bam! Ooh, nice. yeah, you got me, man. I was a car salesman for 4 years, and I'll tell you that some people have some guys and gals who become car salesmen. You don't need to, by the way, you don't need anything special to be a car salesman. Holy cow! We are 9 people away from breaking my live stream record. There are 100 people in here. This is awesome. If you're thinking about becoming a car salesman, I'm sure your questions are, is it fun? Is it hard? Can you make a lot of money? In my experience, yes, it is a lot of fun. No, it's not hard. Yes, you can make a lot of money. But you have to be very enthusiastic, and you have to really love what you're selling, which is the case for anything, right? The reason you guys watch me, I would imagine, is because of my enthusiasm. I love knives. There's 3 things that I love in this world besides my family and friends, right? And that's knives, cars, and the gym. Those are the 3 things that I love, right? Those are my 3 biggest hobbies, I guess you could say. So that worked out for me as a car salesman because, and I was a Dodge car salesman, so I was selling SRTs and Hellcats and stuff like that, Jeeps. And it was a freaking blast because I was so into it. But that's why I sound like a car salesman, because I've done TV ads before, I've done walk-arounds before, and I can't tell you how many presentations I've done. So that's why I kind of sound like a car salesman sometimes when I do these videos. Call from Arizona. Yeah, oh my God. Let's see here. Gregsy, where is this mystery join button? Listen. I know that there are some people who can't see the join button for the channel, so I linked in the description. It says, if you open up the description for this video, it says become a member of my channel, and you should be able to click on it and it'll take you right to the join page. Or right in the description, it actually says Metal Complex 11K subscribers, and there's a button that just says join. Either way, you should be able to join if you want. Like anybody who's in here right now who wasn't in here earlier on, you see all these people who have the Metal Knight helmet right beside their name, and like Andrew Toole, who's posting my Metal Complex logo. If you join channel memberships, you gain access to the Metal Knight helmet visage that changes colors depending on how long you've been a member. And then you also gain access to 4 unique emojis usable in live streams. But the badge shows beside your name in the comment section of any of my videos, no matter, whatever the video is. So yeah, there you go. They're giving you an example. There's a whole bunch. You get the Metal Complex logo, the alternate logo, the Silent Knight visage, and the Excalibur sword. And there will be more emojis added in the future. So there you go. Yeah, try using the link, Greg. It's $1.99 a month. I try to make it as inexpensive as possible, and beneficial for me and beneficial for you guys. The longer that you're a member, it will display appropriately. So, and those all of that stuff was handcrafted by Endure88 on Instagram. And I mean designed. He designed the logo. He designed everything. David Vanderstelt, thank you so much. Okay, so you must have just joined. That's what that is people joining when the green thing pops up. Thank you so much for joining. That's really, really cool. And I'm really happy that you've decided to be a part of this channel. So in a year, when all of you guys are still members, all of those helmets will turn gold. And here within the month, they'll turn green. So my very first members will have their green helmets here pretty soon. And after a year, I did leave the final badge open. If I have members that actually hang around with me for a year, I will make a special badge for a longer duration. So, anyways, Gregory Burke, I make some darn good martini. The secret is no vermouth ever comes in contact with the gin. I'm going to trust you on that. William Klemick, ZT0308, have you got your paws on this mythical beast yet? No, but I am intrigued, and I have one on the way from Scott Whittington at USA Made Blade. The reason that I seem to be saying Scott Whittington at USA Made Blade a lot, I want you guys to understand this. I don't get anything from him other than just some knives to review, but Scott and I go back to, he doesn't remember probably, but he interacted with me a lot on Blade forums, and he actually did a couple of trades with me when he was starting USA Made Blade, and I just had a genuinely good experience for him. And I love the fact that he has turned USA Made Blade into this instantly recognizable online retailer. Like everybody knows who USA Made Blade is. So the more traffic that I can direct to him, the better. He also has a specific deal worked out with Hinder where he's got exclusives, and he's got he has the ability to do custom anno jobs on brand new Hinders and sell them as new because he's so good at it. I just think Scott Whittington's an awesome guy, and I just want to push people towards USA Made Blade. So if you hear me talking about them over other retailers, that's why. He's not paying me. I just really like USA Made Blade. They're cool. Yeah, exactly. You're not gonna hear people talk crap on USA Made Blade or Scott Whittington. You're just not, because they're good. They're just good. Like, they're in it for the knives, the community, right? They've got great stuff, USA Made Blades, and they're just awesome. So, Ohio Knife Lover hit 1,000 followers on Instagram. Hey, that's awesome. There you go. If you're not following Ohio Knife Lover on Instagram, you should follow him. I'm pretty sure he's doing a special giveaway at 1,000 followers, so you should probably head over there. Absolutely. But yeah, I do have an 0308, is that the number, on the way from Scott Whittington, so I will be giving my thoughts on it soon, because it looks like they kind of went back to the roots on that one. I'm a little disappointed in the G10 color, but I can choke it down for the design. Absolutely. Excuse me, some drinkage going on here. Spine whack the ZT on the table. No, I probably won't, because it's a brand new knife from USA made blade, and I still have to send it back to him because it'll be sold to somebody who wants a brand new knife. But I can tell you guys from kind of shadow doing that off camera that it seems to be largely taken care of by ZT. I'll admit it. It seems like it may have actually been a problem with a few ZTs and certain serial numbers from a while ago. But newer ZTs, if you're considering like, should I buy a ZT? Like it seems like they might have a problem. Nah, in my experience, newer ZTs with higher serial numbers, nah, you're not gonna have a problem with that. Let's see here. Boy, what time is it? I need to stop at some point. Let's see, 10:25. 5 minutes. John Duncan, welcome to the Knights of the Round. Thank you so much for joining my channel membership. You guys are awesome for doing that. I gotta admit, John, I thought you were already on there, but I'm glad to see that you have joined. That's super cool. So there you go. You've got a badge. You're a knight now. So whatever you do with your life from here forward, just know you're a metal knight. Olivia too. Hey, welcome to the Metal Knights or the Knights of the Round. Sorry. Yeah, this is awesome. I love. Why are people calling me Hydra? No, that's not what this is. Oh my gosh, I love that you guys are taking to that. Yeah, you automatically get the emojis and the badgings when you join the membership. So there you go. Oh my gosh, this live stream only has 33 likes, and somebody disliked it. I'm gonna have to ask you guys to give the obligatory live stream like real quick, so that I can feel better about myself, because of course, as you can guess, I have very low self-esteem, and it's based on how many likes I get on the live stream. There we go. We're up to 39. Few people doing it. You know, we got 85 people in here. You're going to have to like that live stream. I'm kidding. But I appreciate you guys instantly doing that. That's always fun. Look at all the Excaliburs. Oh my gosh. Justin the Hunter. I liked it first. Oh my gosh, guys, this has been an absolute blast. I've never done a live stream where I did not have fun. This is always fun for me, and I hope it's fun for you guys. William Clinic, you should live stream every night with a bottle of cold water. Just pull out HCR 13 MOV. I don't. That sounds like a lot of fun, but I couldn't imagine that would last very long. That would be very destructive. At some point, I may start doing live streams once a week. As of right now, live streams are once every 2 weeks. How do you emoji? Good question. I imagine right down at the bottom where you type in, there's a little thing that says emoji, and you click on it, and you do this. Here, I'm going to click. And link you guys all the emojis. Since I am the creator of the channel, I have access to all this stuff. But there you go. You just click on the face. You see there it says Metal Complex. Click on the little face next to the $, and it'll give you access to those emojis. So there you go. I hope that makes sense. And superhero EDC knives, especially Nightwing. Okay. Spirit of Wishy says, MC, do I need to send you my AR-75 from SHOT Show 2020? Yes, please! Please! I've been drooling over that thing. Please send it to me. I know it's expensive, and I know it's your baby, but please, for God's sake, send me that knife. I want to know what that feels like. The Strider ARs are like, if you took the handle lines from the Hinder XM-18 and the handle lines from the Strider, and you smooth them together, you get rid of this ridiculous slope back here, and it straightens out. And Strider ARs. Please, if you've never seen what I'm talking about, Google Strider AR models. They are just majestic. Zell says, on a serious note, would you rather get paid to do a live stream with Lynn Thompson, or would you rather pay to do a live stream with Rick Hinderer? I'm talking a bunch of money either way. Rick Hinder. I mean, Lynn Thompson would be great, but Lynn Thompson would be like, hey, it's great to be here with you, but why have you talked so much crap on the Cold Steel Triadlock? And I'd be like, no. I mean, I do like Cold Steel knives. You know, I just joke around about the Triadlock a lot. But I would definitely much rather do a live stream with Rick Hinderer. But Rick Hinderer doesn't know that I exist. Rick Hinderer has no idea that I have a playlist of basically 50 uploads on Hinderer knives, and have probably directed an enormous amount of people to buy his products. No, he does not know that I exist, sadly. Oh, God. I do plan on meeting him at Blade Show, though. Let's see here. Did you get a DLC M4 Shaman? So I actually purchased the non-DLC M4 Shaman when it originally dropped at Blade HQ. Played with it for a little bit and then sold it for the exact same price that I paid for it because I'm not a jerk. Not judging anybody who does that. But when I buy sprints or dealer exclusives that are very popular, I buy them to experience them for myself. And then when I'm done with them, I sell them for the exact same price that they sold brand new so that somebody else can experience it without having to pay secondary markup prices, because I hate that. Yeah, let's see. Controversial opinion, the video where they stabbed the fish was poop. I have not seen that. I do not have an opinion on that currently, but I would agree. I don't think that there needs to be a demonstrational video where something has its life removed. Agreed. Let's see here. Danny T, which liquor store in Houston has knives? What? Oh, God, that was fun. I don't know if that was a serious comment or not, but that was funny. Okay, guys, we've been going an hour and a half. This has been an epic live stream. Real quick, before we all leave, if you have not liked the live stream, if you have not liked the live stream, sorry about the stutter there, please leave a like on the live stream. If you would like to join my channel memberships, there is a link in the description. There's also the Amazon link. There's a whole bunch of links, right? A whole bunch of stuff you guys can check out. But thank you to those who have joined my channel membership. I love seeing my logos. I love seeing my helmets everywhere. So much fun. This was a fun experiment for a live stream. And every time I do a live stream, you guys help me gain more memberships because you're constantly spamming my logos and stuff, and it's really fun. So I appreciate that. Thank you so much for interacting with me. I hope you guys had fun tonight, and there is an insane amount of content coming next week. Next week, I have 2 uploads a day for at least the next 7 days. So expect 14 additional uploads next week. And that's pretty much it, guys. So thanks so much. And you guys all have an amazing evening. Bye now.